4 words. Peace be with you. This is Jesus just raised from the dead. These are like the first words he gets to say to the disciples gathered together. He could have said anything. He could have talked about anything. He could have talked about love. He could have talked about forgiveness. He could have talked about joy. He says, peace. Peace be with you. I'm going to submit that tells us 2 very important things about God and about us. First, what God longs for in our lives, that tranquil, calm state within our hearts. Not where we're agitated, not where we're disturbed, frustrated, going 1,000 different directions. The Lord longs that you and I have a serenity in our hearts, a calm from which we can relate to one another, to the Lord, as we go through life. That's what God wants. First words of the resurrected Jesus, peace. But second, it tells us something about our hearts. Because I don't know about you, but there's a lot of things in this life that will steal our peace, rob us of serenity, of calm, and try to push us this way, pull us that way, tear us, move us, stir us up, frustrate us, have us coming and going so many different ways that our hearts are just churning. I think of a reflecting pool. You take water and you let it get still and you can see anything in that water. A beautiful mirror. Get it churned up, it's just muddy, mucky. You can't see anything, there's no reflection, there's no power, there's no life. Why? Because it's not calm. Same is true in our hearts. We hunger for peace. We long for peace. We need peace. Because when our hearts have a serenity within them, everything's working better. And when our hearts don't have that, everything is worse. Peace be with you. He doesn't say it once or twice, 3 times. 3 times the Lord will echo those words in the gospel today. Now, I'm going to submit that when we talk about peace, then there's always 2 components to make sense of this, 2 things to keep in mind, and it can be summed up in 2 words. The first word, what? The second word, how? I'm going to break both of them apart because both are necessary to have peace in our hearts. First, what? What is it we seek? Because sometimes, folks, let's be honest, we don't seek peace. Sometimes we're not chasing after serenity. Sometimes we might give it lip service, like, yeah, that'd be great. I'd really like peace. But we hold on to other things, like frustration, doubt, worry, anxiety, stress. We hold on to past hurts, past wounds, past memories, and it ain't doing anybody any good. But we would rather hold on to the junk than let go and go after peace. What tells us what is the goal? What is the objective? What is the star we steer by? It gives us focus, direction, meaning, and purpose. When we can say what it is we seek, we know who we are. We know what we are about. What tells us the truth about the compass of our life? And Jesus said, peace be with you. That if we want to know if we are, as his disciples, going on the right path, can we answer honestly the question, what I seek, with the words, peace? What is the first word. The second, though, is how. How am I going about it today? How am I living that peace in my life right now? How do I speak? How do I think? How do I act in this moment? Because note this, I might say, yep, I want peace. I want to go that way. I want serenity, calm, tranquility, stillness. But I'm really upset right now, and I'm really frustrated. I'm going to deal with this right now, and I'm going to deal with that, and I've got this, and I've got this, and I've got this, and I've got this. I'm tired just saying it. That there are so many forces in our life that push, that attack, that come, that you know what, you can start the day saying, okay, I want peace. You walk right out the front door and it's coming and going and this way and that way. And how do we face that? How do I take the next step and then the next step and then the next step to be vigilant in guarding the peace in my heart? How I deal with the stress and the struggle and the challenge, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, how I deal with that impact around me is a moment by moment, day by day vigilance that says, I will guard God's peace. I will defend that peace. I will protect it and nourish it and make certain that when it starts to unravel, I will come right back to my focus and I'll put it into practice today. How is the daily application that you and I maintain, fight for, work for, and support the peace of Jesus? You need both. What we are about tells us the goal. How we live it is that every moment check-in that says, am I staying on the path? Am I seeking the peace that only God can give? They are the first 4 words that Jesus gives to his disciples. And folks, I will say they are words he gives us because we need it, and he wants to give it to us. Today, as we prepare to make our Holy Communion, what do we seek? Let's be honest. And if it ain't peace, maybe today is the day we have to do a little gut check and a little reevaluation. How will I go about it? How will I be aware of the stresses, the struggles, the parts of life? That's not going to go away. How will I be present to those elements so that I can guard the peace of Jesus and put it into practice? God help us. God bless us all.